Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on non-dualistic reality and dissolving conception, and also transcending the ego through non-dualistic reality, okay, or philosophy or experience. So let's get right into this. Um, so duality, to begin, is pretty much the law that there is always two energies in polarization or in polarity to have existence come to be, right? Or for existence to conceive itself, there needs to be the polarity of two energies. And everything of the universe is made up of or conceived of two energies, right? This is feminine energy and this is masculine energy. Um, this is black and white, okay, dielectricity and magnetism. Um, Now we have two sides or two hemispheres of the brain, right? And these are dictated by the two energies, or permeated or created by the two energies, right? So the left side or the left brain is masculine. It's individualism. This is egoic. This is more mathematical, more logical, and more reasoning. And the right brain is feminine. The right brain is more subjective. Subjective is more collective, and also more musical and more colorful and more feeling, whereas the masculine is more electrical in its nature. All right, so since our brain, since we are split up by by duality, and there's two sides of the brain, naturally we see in duality, right? And everything is in duality, but you can transcend the duality by unifying the opposites themselves, right? And you do this through yoga. Yoga is unification, unity. This is what it means in Sanskrit. So yoga, when you start going deeper and deeper into yoga, or when you start coming into yoga deeper and deeper, you're unifying the two energies, right? The masculine and the feminine within yourself. And the deeper you go into this, the more you can absolutely equalize it up. Then you're able to transcend duality, because you're able to conjoin the two in absolutely, you know, with an equilibrium. And this equilibrium is what you need. The equanimity is what you need to distance yourself enough to be able to transcend the dualism of the mind and body, or even self and other, you know. So we think that we are separate from the universe because uh, we are trying to conceive something that can't properly be conceived, you know, because it needs to be experienced. And this is non-dualism, right? So what I mean by this is that when you are able to unify the energies within yourself, the masculine and feminine, absolutely, Then you're able to go deeper in the dimensions of the mind because there's more energy able to reach the mind. And this is Kundalini rise. And Kundalini rise comes with the unification of the energies. And the more you're able to unify the energies, the more the Kundalini is able to rise. And the more the energy is able to reach the higher chakras. And once you're able to get into the higher chakras with the Kundalini energy, you're able to go deeper into the mind. And if once you're going deeper into the mind, you can recede yourself a little bit more, and by this I mean you'll be able to dissolve away conceptual reality in itself, right? Which gives us the illusion of duality, right? Because there's only actually one energy. There's just a conceptualization of polarity, right? Or polarity brings conceptualization, whatever it may be. And because of this, we experience ourselves separate from the universe, right? Uh, and because of conceptual reality as well, we can actually experience the space as an extension of our body, as fully as we could experience this if we were if we were able to go deeper into the mind, and unify the polarities of energy, right? So once you start bringing the Kundalini energy up, and once you start connecting with the ether more often, or the space, because ether is space, and once you start strengthening your spatial awareness more often, it can get to a certain point where you're able to transcend duality in itself. Um, and your ego will no longer be a bounded, minute entity, but more so you're gonna be able to have a transcendental experience where you're able to see something beyond just the ego, where it's where the ego is very bounded, right? And it's thriving off of lower energies because of this, because of over identification and attachments and whatnot, and being in being attached with the dimension of mind that is identifying or identifying itself. You're able to dissolve that, or you're able to switch your awareness from a different dimension, from the dimension of intelligence that identifies with another one, which is deeper and more immersed in the here now for what it actually is in truth. And once you're able to get to the truth, then you're able to have an experience that is non-dualistic and more conceptionless, you know, um, which is void. So once you're able to transcend the duality or conjoin the opposites, and once you're able to get to the void, or cease being into dimensionlessness or conceptionless reality, then the cessation of being is eternity, or it's non-dualistic, because it's just non-being, and once you're able to get into a state of non-being, then you can be more aware of dimensionlessness, right? So then then you are given or then you can kind of come into that awareness, which is non-dualistic, you know um, of a non-beingness, or beyond a non-beingness and beyond a beingness, you know, because there's non-being and there's being, um, and you can have awareness of both of these, you know, within you, and within that awareness, you can trend, or you're able to then understand that there's a transcendentalness within that awareness, you know, because you have transcended duality, and you have ceased to be, you have ceased your being, you know. um, and I want to say it starts with just conjoining the energies within yourself, right? The deeper you go into yoga, the more naturally it comes, okay? Because the void is a very natural thing. The void is where the void is non-being, right? Before you're born, you were non-being, so that in between state, right? That in between state before you're born, if you can remember before you were actually born, you were in the void, right? You got to be aware of that void, that in between state, because it's non-being. And then you're born, and then you're being, you come into being, right? And then you're conceived, you're in dimension. Dimension is conception. And void, before you were conceived, is dimensionless. It's not dimension, and it's conceptionless. It's non-conception. So then there's the two, right? And you can be aware of both of them. And once you come into the awareness that is of both, you've transcended duality. So uh, you're able to experience a very, very deeply mystical state within that awareness, right? Which is a very, very natural state as you start to dissolve away the various different programs that have kept you away from being able to access that level of consciousness, or that dimension of consciousness, right? Um, and it comes very naturally. Once again, all you really need is yoga to get into this. Um, and yoga is unity. In Sanskrit, yoga means unity. So all you got to do is unify yourself. You got to align the geometries of your physical body with the universal body, and you align with it. You become one with the universe, and then you're able to transcend as the Kundalini energy is able to moment itself up at a ever accelerating momentums. You know, the more that the momentum of the Kundalini energy is able to accelerate itself, the more you're going to be able to pierce into deeper and deeper dimensions um, of being, and even non-being, and awareness, right? So you are the energy that permeates everything, right? Um, and once you start generating an etheric awareness, once again, or spatial awareness, you're then able to have an experience beyond the physical body, right? Samadhi. And once you're able to experience this, you can go deeper into dimensionlessness at a certain level, you know, and then you can have both of them in your awareness, and you can come into a non-dualistic um, awareness, which is needed because it's already there for us, but you got to realize it again, right? Because it's been covered up with stuff. Um, Everybody knows that they're in the void before they're born, right? Everybody knows about that in between state, but nobody actually knows what it is because nobody actually questions it enough. And questioning is toroidal in its nature. So questioning is very, very important for coming into the metaphysical dimensions, and allowing yourself to go into a dimensionlessness or conceptionlessness, right? So questioning reality is very, very important for this, right? And when you over excessively question reality, it is depicting a healthy pineal gland as well. And the pineal gland is needed in order to be able to cease your being toroidally, right? Because only with the geometrical understanding that the pineal gland can bring to us, we can find the cessation of being within that geometrical understanding, right? So non-dualist or non-dualistic conceptualistness um is started with yoga, right? And all it is a self-realization. It's a state of self-realization that we have been put off of, right? Because it's natural to everybody, because everybody has already experienced and not experienced this. Uh, because everybody was in the void, or everybody was not in being before they were born, and then they were conceived. So we are all aware of it in a deeper dimension of awareness, right? So you got to get back into that deeper dimension of awareness, and the only way to do that is through yoga, or through unifying yourself once again. But that's going to be it for today's video. I do thank everybody for watching once again. Peace out, one love, have a great evening.